I'm James Knott. Welcome to Ask James. Here's how it works. You put your questions in the comment section below, and I choose a few of them to make the next episode of Ask James. So start thinking about your questions while you sit back and watch this week's episode. Doug Dickerhoof writes, super salad. Both. I'm a big eater. What can I say? Which is why I always get fatter in the winter. Jimmy's getting hungry. No place to exercise. Chad Van Haaren writes, what's your opinion on Canadian craft beer? Canada has craft beer? Who knew? The only Canadian craft beers that I can recall tasting are from Unibroue, Le Fin du Monde, and Trois Pistoles, and they were great Belgian-style beers. Forgive the pronunciations. But I am throwing this question back to the viewers. Which Canadian craft beers do you recommend that I try? I'd like to know. Tim Van Auken writes, James, how do I get in your studio audience for your beer reviews? I live in Seabus. Tim, it depends. We don't normally have a studio audience, so I have a few questions for you. Number 1, what beer are you going to bring for us? Number 2, is there enough for everyone? And number 3, on a scale of 1 to 10, how creepy are you? 10 being the creepiest. 8 or lower, and you're in, because I have very low standards. JComp21, where did you learn about video production? Funny story. I used to be an economist for the federal government, which, based on my experience, was like a welfare program for college graduates. One weekend, my roommate got really drunk. I'm talking like David Hasselhoff drunk. He then passed out on our couch. When I went down in the morning, he had left the TV on. A local public access station in Arlington, Virginia was advertising a video production class for $60. Several weeks later, I was leaving a party early so that I could get up for my class, when 2 friends who worked at CNN asked where I was going. I told them that I was getting up for a video production class in the morning. Oh, you're serious about that? They said. We need help at CNN. You should come in for an interview. I got the job and worked my way up to being a producer for the #1 rated show on CNN, Larry King Live. Moral of the story, if you haven't gotten your dream job yet, then maybe your roommate isn't getting drunk enough. Adam J. writes, with the current economic status and weakness of the dollar, how do you feel about investing in physical silver? Adam, did I mention that I was an economist for the federal government? I love this question. There's definitely a certain mindset that takes place in times of recession, when investors start searching for a safe place to put their money. Looking at this price graph over the last 10 years, you see a dramatic increase in the price of silver and might be tempted to try and jump on board the Silver Bullet, the Coors Light Express, and make a boatload of cash. But look at this graph that goes back 34 years. Check out 1981. What goes up often comes down. My guess is that if you invest heavily in silver right now, that you are going to get hit the hardest when this bubble bursts. But that's just my opinion, and my opinion is only as reliable as a Boeing 787 Dreamliner. The price of precious metals can be very volatile, and isn't a very reliable way to invest your money over the long haul. Therefore, it shouldn't be more than 10% of your portfolio to hedge your bets. And if you want to invest in silver or gold, then consider buying it through an ETF or exchange-traded fund, rather than in physical form. However, if you defy my advice and insist on buying physical silver, then please do me one favor. Purchase your silver in big, thick necklaces so that you always know where it is and you look like Mr. T at the same time. Further, if you want to avoid stocks and bonds and invest in commodities, then follow my lead. All the smart money is going to one place. I've bet my entire net worth on one thing: Twinkies. Production ceased in the United States in November of 2012. When you decrease the supply of a product, the price goes up. With the rest of the market so unpredictable, you should bet on the insatiable demand for those precious, cream-filled, orgasmic little treats. That's it for Ask James. Put your questions in the comment section. And if you buy me a Twinkie, then I guarantee an answer. I'm James Knott. Buy me a Twinkie!